Giants of Africa camps are actually a major part of the whole process because when you come to Ghana, when they came to Ghana, they saw the talent, came about 3 times and realized that this is something worth continuing. And when the time for the festival came, obviously Ghana was one of the countries that were called. But apart from that, Ghana's done pretty well in the sub-region. Recently in the 16, we came second. UCC went to South Africa, qualified for the international university games. All those things are reasons. So when we got the call, the next thing was to find the players. So we reached out to all our network in the academies. We run the Accra Youth League, reached out to all the network there, reached out to schools and academies across the country, and of course we had to pick a very competent coach, and Coach Thomas. So we did that. We had about 80 kids trying out. We cut the team down to about 10 initially. We realized that we might have some injuries and things, took it up to about 15, and then for most of the year we trained with 15, and then we cut it down to finally 8 players, and there's 8 players going with us next week Friday to Kigali to represent their country. So I think first of all, it gives our kids a reason to play. It gives our kids a reason to dream. I mean, this is NBA level stuff. If you've seen anything Giants of Africa does, it's NBA level coaches, NBA level media. Go on Netflix, there's a Giants of Africa documentary on it. So just a reason to play and exposure. That's the main thing. What I'm looking out from our team is for our team to play the right way and represent their country, not just on the basketball court, but everything else. How they conduct themselves, the things they say, talking about their culture, things like that, and just a general cultural exchange. We're having 16 countries. We're talking about Morocco, we're talking about Congo, we're talking about Somalia. I mean, different food, different experiences. I mean, it's just a magical experience to have young people below the age of 19 going to meet so many different people, doing something they love at an international level. I mean, you just can't hope for anything better. That would be great, but the real benefit is actually just being present. And just being able to be present, represent your country, have the experience. Only 8 people are going to get this from different countries around the world, really. Different countries, only 8 people are going to get that experience. And of course, 2 lucky coaches. So that's a great experience in itself. So I think whatever you get, that's the main thing you're going to get. And that's the main thing you're going to take away.
When we started practicing somewhere in February, we've always preached that these guys need to play with a certain level of pride, because they are not just going there to just participate, they are going to represent their country, and it's a message that you are going to send to the whole world in terms of the talent level that we have in this country. So these are guys that are going to represent us in the best way that they can. You're going to see guys fighting for Ghana at the international stage. Yeah, not necessarily. We have about 4 of the guys that played in under 16 tournament for Ghana, so definitely they've had a certain level of experience representing the country. So those kind of experiences will go a long way to help us. These guys have played high-profile games and tournaments since February, and they've played extremely well. I don't think that there's going to be any challenge when we get there in terms of technicality. The guys are well prepared to represent the country the best way they can.
First off, I've got to thank the academies, because without them, we are not here. We can't do this alone. The best talent is scattered across the country, and when we made the calls, they responded. So that's one of the first things. The truth is that honestly, we have to be consistent in getting our best players to play competitively. Apart from getting invites, we have to take on the responsibility of saying, okay, fine, we're going to get our best players, put them together in camp. It doesn't have to be every week, every month, but maybe every quarter. And we have some kind of national program or some kind of elite program. And then we say, okay, periodically, maybe once a year, either we're inviting a team over or we are going international to play somebody else. It doesn't have to be far. It could just be Togo, it could be Benin, it could be above us, Burkina, wherever. But we have to have that consistency, because what you need is giving kids a reason to play. Knowing that when I wake up in the morning, right, if I work hard, there's something I can do. There's a next level. But for a lot of kids, it's just, okay, I play with my team, I win, I go home. Okay, if we're winning the league or if we're winning in our tournaments, that's fine. But how do we get the best to be better? And that's what we have to do consistently. There has to be a message saying that, look, you're good at this level, but there's another level, and we're taking you there. And when you get there, there's something else. You understand? So that's one thing. And we are hoping that things like this will continue. And when these kids go and they come back, they'll tell stories. And that's the beauty about having different academies. They're all going back to different academies, different parts of the country. And they're going to tell stories and say, this happened, this happened. Next time, we're going to have a bigger pool of talent. Next time, the level is going to rise. And we have to just take control of that and make sure it happens. Next thing you know, when the Olympics in the next 10 years.